Good rise, everyone. Good rise, everyone. I'll be speaking about reincarnation and promises. How does it affect our life? How does it affect our physical reality? How does it affect our existence? How does it affect a past life and a present life? How does reincarnation affect our past life and our present life? Welcome, Black Roots Science. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please, if you have a dream, leave that on the comment section. If you have a dream, leave it on the comment section. If you have a question regarding African spirituality, please leave it on the comment section. I'll be talking about reincarnation, promises, how does it affect our past life and a present life. Please share. I just want a few collective before I start. But if you have a dream, leave it on the comment section. If you have a question regarding African spiritual system, leave it also on the comment section. Good rise, everyone. Ototo Oma Nawun Nanto. You all are welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome, Onome. It's good to have you again on this sunrise. Thank you, Iheme Esther. You're welcome. Uhu, you're welcome, my brother. Good to have you here again. Okay, Black Roots is saying, can you please also touch on the African calendar? Thank you so much, Uvu. No, our year, no, it doesn't start from September, it's March. Greetings, my brother, it's March. The year starts from March. March is the head. Like I always tell you, greetings, Onome, tell guys here. Everything within the universe is an expression of human anatomy. So what you see within the months is human anatomy. So it starts from the head, which is the crown, down to the root chakra. That is how it is. Spring is not the beginning now. Spring is not the beginning. It starts with fire. Then we enter water, which is the raining season. In my place, we call it the Udummiri. After Udummiri, you enter Ududuru. A lot of dew during that period. You get too much dew during that period. It starts with fire, which is it should be around summer. It starts with summer. After summer follows with the rainy season. Good rise, everyone, is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, please leave it on the comment section. If you have a dream, leave it on the comment section. I'm talking about reincarnation. and promises. How does it affect our past life and the present life? He said, but the rainy season in the southern hemisphere is during summer. Summer is about dryness. It is summer because you can go out without getting beaten by the rain, you know. That is why it's summer. So it's about sun. It's about the sun. The season of Ra Aman. Okay, Uvu said, does that mean different zones should have different? No. Different. Why would different zones have their own calendar when it's just the same thing? It's just different expression, you know. My summer in Nigeria is different from a summer of somebody who is in the USA. The same goes to China. The expressions are different. The feelings, you know, the nature static is different. Is never the same. Just because it doesn't look the same doesn't mean it's not the same feeling. Like during winter in the United States, they have a lot of snow. In my own winter, no snow. It's just kind of very dry, even on the skin. AK Billion, good rise. Yeah, nice to have you here again. He said, don't we observe the calendar according to nature? The calendar is exactly according to nature and expression of what nature is. No difference. Probably you're mistaking it because a lot of people added so many things. Even in between winter, they now have other things applied to it and the expression and what it is called. But we have 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 cardinal points. Share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. If you have a dream, leave it on the comment section. No, spring is not the beginning. If you want to count the element, it starts with what? It starts with fire, water, and earth. Then air. That is how it's counted. Now you move into the cardinal points. You count north, east, west, and south. Is in uniform. And the starting is summer. Within the year, the starting is March because March is fire too. When things grow is the Udumiri, which is the rainy season. That is during the period people plant, grow crops, grow things, fruits. People farm during rainy season. Even by this time, people are getting ready now to start clearing bushes. So you can't plant during summer. Summer is the period we have to reserve those ones we have planted during the rainy season, and we have harvested them. Then we save them for summer. Then after summer, we save them for further winter. It's almost the same thing, because if you come to my own area now, we'll be planting ending of July. So in my area, we'll plant ending of July. You plant like that because before the rainy season gets to you, it's already going out of this side. Because it's shifting like that doesn't mean it's not the same seasons. The seasons are not different. It's universal expression. That is why you can be in a particular place, it's not raining, and 1, 2, 3, 4 steps from you will experience rain. But normally within the seasons, March is not winter. March is fire. That is why in this area it's still very hot. You experience it like that because you're closer to it. March is fire. Everything about March is fire. Starting with Aries. You have a different expression because it's a circle. It circulates. Please, we'll be talking about reincarnation and promises. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share.
Good morning, brother.
Good rise.
Yes, man. I need to understand you. I'm confused. I need to understand you. We are in the same season. I'm talking from South Africa now. So what happens? The winter solstice in South Africa or in the southern Africa, the winter solstice is around the 21st of June. Where the sun now crosses the equator coming back to the south. That is the end of our winter. In September,
we are just saying the same thing.
On the 22nd of September, according to the Bantu people of the south, we even name the name of the month in our native languages in the south. September is the beginning because when we observe nature in September, things are becoming new. Remember, we are coming from August, which is very windy. It's very windy. During August.
Okay, when do you celebrate? When do you celebrate your harvest?
The harvest is usually December and January.
We are just saying the same thing.
We start planting September, October, November, because
in my area. Wait, it's because of the rotating. I've told you this thing before. It goes in circle. Maybe before it gets to you, it's already late. That is just the thing. But it's the same thing. In my area, we celebrate harvest during September.
No, not in my area. We don't celebrate harvest in September. We start planting.
That is what I'm saying.
September.
That is because the Duhamid or the hemisphere wasn't friendly to you guys at that moment because it's still in circle.
I'm still confused. Because
have you ever experienced this? Have you ever experienced this?
In December, when it's very hot in the south, it's very hot, and I can give you an example of places like USA and Britain where having snow at that time. So it's winter. How do you now say that we are experiencing the same thing when they are entering winter and I am in the middle of summer?
I didn't say we are experiencing the same thing.
So the calendar cannot
I said
be
is the same seasons. That is what I said. I said it's the same seasons, different experiences.
My argument is the calendar cannot be the same on the north and in the south because, like I'm saying, in March we are entering March 23. We are entering the winter season. It is the beginning of winter when now things will dry up. You know what happens in winter up until June, where we remove now the winter solstice in on the 21st of June. So we mark September as the beginning of our year because we start planting in September. We don't harvest in September. We plant. September, October, we are planting. October now comes with a lot
But
of
we here we start planting during June. June, July, we start planting.
That is the difference. That's why I'm saying
That is what I'm saying.
we cannot do the same
Wait,
calendar.
let me tell you something. Even here in Nigeria, let me give you experience. Maybe if you know Nigeria very well, you are in maybe a state that is very close. Like I'm in Port Harcourt, and maybe another person is in Abia State. You know, now it's different states, but they are very close to each other. Now you look at it during hammer time, maybe in the middle of December, they are experiencing raining season. While in my own state, we are experiencing dry season. But it doesn't mean that dry season is not happening in their own side. It just means that their weather at that moment is different. But that doesn't mean it's not the same.
When does winter start in Nigeria?
Nigeria don't experience winter, but there is only one state in Nigeria that experiences it, which is Jos. That is what I'm telling you.
So
even in the same country, it's not the same.
Are you close to the equator? Is that what you are saying?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Okay, no. Now
you guys you are far from it. That is what I'm saying. That is why I said it's the same season but different experience, because you people are kind of far from it.
Yeah,
that is why before it circulates back. Yes, before it circulates back to you, it's already late. We are just saying the same thing all this while.
We are
Uganda have four
the
seasons, not 2 seasons. Huh?
I'm saying we are just below the Tropic of Capricorn here in South Africa.
Yes, but here is we are below Aries. That is why it's too hot sometimes here.
All right. No, I get you, but I still think we can't be in the same calendar.
You will feel like that, but it's a universal expression. It's not the same. You can't have the same expression. It's a universal thing, but that doesn't mean you are not in that season.
No,
but it's just late.
Let me leave you to continue with reincarnation.
Okay, no problem, bro. Thanks. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question regarding African spirituality, leave it on the comment section. If you also have a dream, you can leave that on the comment section. We'll be talking about reincarnation and promises. How does it affect our past life and the present life? How is that? Black Root Science, help me understand what you... Okay. You said Uganda have 2 seasons. It's kind of surprising, Sha. Nante Jiva, how is that? Please, you can request to join live. Explain that to us, please. We'll be talking about reincarnation promises and how does it affect our past life and the present life. How does it affect us? How does reincarnation affect our past life and the present life? Please, like I always say, it is what you do now that affects a change in your life, not illusionary or any imaginary God. It is what you do now that affects change in your life, not an imaginary God. You bear the responsibility to create anything. So reincarnation is what makes us eternal beings. We don't die. When the body gets old, we change it. Thank you, Rennie Myers. You're welcome. We change the body and then move into another body. So we use the process of reincarnation to regenerate. Normally, you tell somebody there is no God, they will tell you, okay, who created the universe? The universe is old and eternal because the universe regenerates itself, which means it creates and generates. When a plant is about to die off, the plant gives its life into another plant to help them recreate. In human being, we use the process of reincarnation. But because of a lot of things that is happening in our present life today, so many people don't remember who they are. So when we come in another life, we forget who we are. So many people think reincarnation is a shallow statement. But there is something we all don't normally understand. Reincarnation is where we build our purpose. Whatever you do in this present life, you've been doing it all lifetime and you've been mastering them. So imagine a person who is locked out of that knowledge of self, which means you will never even know or realize what you've been mastering over time. When see Ronaldo or Messi step into the football pitch, they play so good. People think this is something they just they just get out of maybe luck or privilege. No, it is not hard work. That is why it's called God-given talent. Is their witchcraft, is a wise craft expressing from eternal life. They've been playing that thing for a very long time, mastering it. And then in this life, the expression is of mastery, professional mastery. The whole world will love it. The same thing with people like Pele, Michael Jackson, good musicians. So whatever you do as a purpose is an expression of what you've been mastering over past life. But so many people have been blocked out of that knowledge. They don't remember. That is why you see people suffering. You're suffering because you're not working your purpose, because your purpose is supposed to be an expression of your innermost essence. Now, there is another misunderstanding people make, especially my people who are from the Igbo side of Nigeria. They tend to worship the Chi, who is everlasting. So what I mean by that is the God self that exists within this body, which makes this body the temple of God, which houses the higher essence within. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. So this eternal being is worshipped in my place. Why is it worshipped? Because they said it's been reincarnating for a very long time. And somebody who is, thank you, Nomi, you're welcome. You're welcome. So anybody who is old enough from your family lineage is you who have lived before. But why are you worshiping somebody that doesn't even exist in that lifetime anymore, but with you here? Because this chi, this eternal, is existing over life that you no longer remember, but it's not like it's not stored there, it's there. All life experiences is here, but you blocked out of it. So you are worshiping this eternal being that have never stayed or left behind in any lifetime. They always go to recreate into another body. Now you're worshiping it while that eternal being is here with you. So why are you worshiping an eternal being that is present and here with you? Because you're not different from your chi. You're not different from that eternal source or divine life that makes you a breathing conscious being. That consciousness is not gone. It's always with you. You've never left it behind in any past life. It's always going with you because it is recreating and moving into another body. When the body is old and cannot carry the spirit allows the body to die in order to move into another body for more life. But the mistake we make is because we have lost so many ways to know when somebody have reincarnated back into life. We don't know all those processes again, because a lot of our family members, many of them that we love so much, is reincarnated. And again comes incarnation, what they call incarnation. To be an incarnate means that there is somebody within the family lineage that you've taken their characteristics. It doesn't mean you are that person. So why also give worship to your incarnator? Now you go deeper into reincarnation. Probably millions of ancestors that have existed within your family lineage. Probably you are the 1,000 ancestors that have existed in another world, because it takes 7 generations to reincarnate if you have the agreement to be back in that family. That comes promises. Mind the kind of promise you make. Any promise you make will become a debt in a next life. There is this adage my ancestors always make. They say, "Konye si dobe akwaya, konye si dina nenua." What it means is the way you make your bed is the way you lie on it. A lot of us misunderstand that word. We think is an allegory that expresses how you live your life. No, it's an allegory that expresses there is a life after you have existed. This is an expression of life after life, or what you call life after death. So it is the way you live now that determine how your next life will be like. So many people are paying debts because of words that came out of their mouth. I promise I will never leave you, and you will never leave the person. Probably maybe in the next few years, the person get into some kind of difficulties and they die. In the next life, you will pay the debt. You have put yourself into a debt with their soul. Your words is an agreement. A lot of people make promises in relationship, and in the next life they get themselves in a karmic soulmate. So imagine how many people who have suffered karmic soulmate before they even found true love. Some are even into it. Some are married to a karmic soul mate because of a lifetime oath. We call it Iyuwa. That is promises. You can make it to yourself, or you can just speak it out to the universe. And once it clicks, it's been taken. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. I have elders here too who are listening to us. You see them. They are paying good attention. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. If you also have a dream, please leave it on the comment section. So now you go to check who is my incarnate or who is my reincarnator. Why are you checking? Because your reincarnator is great rising judicious. Your reincarnator or the person who they told you reincarnated you, or your reincarnation, is no longer existing on that world or in that world. They no longer exist there. So why are you summoning or worshiping something that no longer exists in that particular world? They are with you now. They are with you now. You are the past life and you are the future. So why give worship to something that no longer exists? And some people will say, okay, they want to voke it down. Where are you voking it down from? Because if your chi is your higher self, which is the God that is living inside this temple, which is the body. Now you're calling the chi out of your body to exist in a wood. What do you think happens? It means you're removing the life inside this body and you're putting that life inside another thing. Okay, after doing that, you're still breathing and you tell me it really worked. It didn't work. That is not ordinary. In natural ordinary, you get ogirisi to peace and be in one with your chi, but not to kill animal. You use just ordinary chalk, edo, to summon your chi. Your chi is also your ancestors. All of them dwell within you. You're in the chi, you carry all of them. A man is carrying a whole village within. So is a woman. A woman will move, carry her own village into another man's village to civilize. That is why we call it Nwanyi. Nwanyi. Nwanyi means Nwanyi, our child. This is all purpose of reincarnation. Man and woman help each other to come back. That is how we keep regenerating. The same way the plants regenerate, the animals regenerate. So life is eternal. After death, yet another life. You die because you will live. That is why we are the devil. We live. So you move from a particular life into another life. Because if I am alive, death does not exist. And if I die, there is no life. So which means death is an opening of another birth into life. And life is the opening of death. So you live because you will die. And you die because you will live. It's opposites. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, please leave it on the comment section. If you also have a dream, leave it on the comment section. Leave them on the comment section. Please share. Share. So we are the eternal being. All these things is all there within us. We are the machine, the highest machine. And everything you see in your physical existence was copied from the anatomy that exists within you. You are the expression of all these things. So you are a universe. So the only thing people lack is to remember, and the only process to remember all your lifetime is to open the optic. If this optic is covered with a lot of illusion, you can never remember any past life. And your past life remembrance is what is called the Akashic record. In Igbo, we call it the Ezumezu Agwu Ikenga. These are the record keeping. That is the same thing they tell you in religion. When you die, they read your records for you. But that record is within. It exists within you. That is the Akashic screw. Thank you, Rennie. That is the Akashic screw, the eternal wisdom. So the reason we talk about elevating self and we giving self-knowledge to people is for them to be able to remember that craft, that wise craft. That is why they call it witchcraft. The meaning of witch is wise, wisdom. A wise craft that comes from within. So many people are not doing well because that expression is not there. They don't even remember. So imagine everybody is like walking their purpose in this life. Everywhere will be nice. There will be a lot of, investment, job opportunities and all that. But that expression is not happening because the optic is an illusion. We are no longer living the now. We live in materialism and dreams. So like 80% of this world are living in a fantasy. So your purpose, what they call a man's purpose, is his calling. And your calling, you're not the one calling. Your calling calls you. So many people don't even recognize that call. And okay, imagine somebody who doesn't have the knowledge of self. How can he even know when a call is being given to him? It is not possible because he doesn't know himself. So the expression of a man's purpose is what they have mastered from a lifetime, time immemorial. It didn't start today. So many people cannot tap into that frequency anymore. Because why? There is a lot of illusion on the optic. Why? Because a lot of people are into immorality more than themselves. So many people think when they express sexual activities, that is self-love. Miseducation of what love is all about. You can't love me more than you love yourself. No matter how you tell me, maybe I'll break the word for you. I'll go to war. I will do this for you. No, nobody can ever love you more than they love themselves. That is why when something difficult meets you, they will run. Why? Because that love is not enough even for them before they expressed it. So everything people suffer today is from a past life. If you have been mastering a purpose and maybe in a past life along the line you deviated from that purpose, in this present life you will come and learn a lesson in order for you to find that purpose. So if you can't find that purpose in this life, in the next life you will come back again for that lesson to find that purpose. That is why before you point fingers of the people who have wronged you, maybe your village people who is wronging you, or that old woman, because in Igbo land now, any woman that is grown old age now is a sin. Once you are old, you are a witch. We don't even understand the true meaning of what witch is all about. They tell you there is a witch in your family. Nobody know the meaning of witch. Witch means wisdom. And when it's called wisecraft, which is witchcraft, it means that is expression of the balance that comes from within. And that expression can be evil or good. Some people will use that expression to harm other people. Why? By projecting negative thoughts to them. That is how it operates. So before you start pointing fingers, you need to point yourself, because most things people are going through in this life is as a result of a promise they made in a past life, which they are suffering as a karma in this life. So all those things started from somewhere. And each past life you come to correct them, then you deviate again without even understanding the lesson. A lot of people, when they suffer, they start crying and shouting, why is this happening to me? But we don't always sit down and think, it is happening to me because I had a life. Like a woman who is very difficult, maybe in a past life she's had so many miscarriages or found it very difficult to have a baby, or that this woman died during giving birth. Go to her north nodes. Most of your story, your past life, is on your north nodes, which is ruled by Saturn. That is why the placenta is the memory keeper of a child. That is the accompanier of that child. That is what you give back to Caesar. Because you have something which you came into nature with. So, repercussions are real. That is why karmic is there. So a woman like that who died maybe during giving birth, in this lifetime, if you talk about pregnancy, they can fight you. They will have a nostalgia about pregnancy. Anything, when you discuss about pregnancy, they become very frightened. Somebody who have maybe done so many abortions, if you come to a next life, you will pay for it, because it will be difficult for you to have that child. That is what your Saturn, your Agvu, is sitting there recording. That is why it's called Ezumezu Agvu Ikenga. It is Ikenga because it comes from your life source. From the eternal existence, this life that have been existing before now. That is the Ikenga. Then the Ezumezu is the collective body, the majority that completes the car, which is the Ikenga. The Agvu is the Saturn sitting right there, governing the stomach. Why? Because there is a placenta that connects a child and the mother. So many people, their own was misused. Why? Because they don't have the knowledge of how to process all those things through ritual. Today, so many people cannot even remember who they are. The people walk all through their life, they don't even know the purpose of what they have come to do. If you look at the past generations of our ancestors, they were richer than us now. Why? Because we no longer attain our purpose. People go to traditional initiations, they don't even know what they are doing anymore. All those things have a reason. Those initiations was for a reason. When they initiate a child into himself, it makes the child one with self. But all those things no longer happen because of religion. But the religion is not actually bringing the knowledge of self to the people, but rather creating doom and chaos within them. So I have not seen any good thing they are doing for us. Our tradition was the best. People were more conscious then than now. An elder who is not even educated of the Western is even more brilliant than a child who is very educated of the Western education. What you call education is not really what education is. For it is better you have understanding of the spirit than the physical education than you talk about. The education of the spirit aligns the mind. So, share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave that on the comment section. If you also have a dream, leave it on the comment section. We are talking about reincarnation, promises, and how it affects our past life and present life. Reincarnation, how does it affect our past life and present life? So you come to so many relationships, so many people are into karmic relationship. Do you know that 70% of people are married to their karmic soulmate? Because of what? Debt. Just a promise you made unknowingly, or maybe you called it a child. In my next life you'll be my lover, out of play. And in the next life it starts happening. You start calling your village people while you're suffering from relationships, broken relationship, while you're suffering from different type of heartbreak, but it's out of the promise you made to pay back. Now you're complaining. You owe a debt. To pay the debt, you're complaining. Most of the thing you're suffering from is a debt you're paying. That is why in Igbo land, when a child grows up, the father do equal for that child. The cleansing of karma. Today, nobody is doing it. Why? Because of religion. They taught you to pray out your problem. You think you're praying out your problem, but you're causing doom into yourself. Those problems can never be prayed out. You can't pray yourself out of yourself. The first time I saw my shadow, I started experiencing as a child. I started experiencing shadow and all that. They told me it's some kind of spirit that is following me. I got very, very, very scared. I prayed. It didn't leave me. Later I realized that, okay, this is me. Because whenever I enter light, I see it. It's reflecting. I say, okay, it's me. It's my shadow. That is how they treat children in those days, to initiate them into spirit, understanding, thoughts. Great rising, Mantata. You're welcome, my brother. You know, there have been a lot of questions about reincarnation, Mantata, so I decided to talk about it today. And unfortunately, nobody is sharing. I just have few people here. This is a very big topic, because many people is into so many things because of just this particular knowledge. Many people have made mistakes, because of it. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. You're welcome, Amanda. It's been a while. If you have a dream, also leave it on the comment section. So, don't make promises if you know you cannot fulfill them. Don't promise. Don't open your mouth and say anything that makes the spirit of that person expect something from you. Don't do it. It's called EU. There are so many types of lifetime oath we commit during any existence. And part of that lifetime oath is when you say, oh, I've suffered too much. In my next life, I want to be a woman. You've committed an oath. You've committed yourself into a great oath. Because words are vibrations, and vibrations what aligns with the universe. And sometimes it is not the words of your prayer the universe listens to. It's the innermost vibration that comes maybe in alignment with the divine source. And when that words leaves your mouth, it vibrates in alignment with the universal etymology. You are in problem. So sometimes, if you want to speak out your desire, do that when you're mostly calm. That time you're thinking within yourself is mostly when you're more in alignment. Most words that come in fulfillment is those ones you speak when you don't even know the value. You're not conscious of the value, so you just say them. So mind the kind of promises you make. Mind the kind of promises you make. If you look at someone, you love them enough, do not make promises, because if you say, I will be with you in the next life, you don't know how their next life will be like. You don't know the kind of person they will be in a next life. I will love you to eternity. Do you know eternity? There is nothing like eternity. When you say, I will love you to eternity, that means that person will be your karmic soulmate for eternal life. You have committed yourself into a depth of eternal life. So when you start having problem of marriages, come and ask yourself, not going to someone who will tell you is your village people, and yet you're suffering from it. Most of the thing you're suffering from is something you speak yourself into. Sometimes it is the same thing you have done to people. Mantata is saying, if you dream of flying but in another person's home, it doesn't matter. Dreaming of flying is about leaving. Move out from your environment. It is time for you to step out of your comfort home. So move out. It can be stepping out of your comfort zone. It can be traveling, relocating, depending on what resonates. It can be you taking a vacation, taking some time out from toxic environment, So mind what you say. Mind what you speak of. Grand Rising, love lady, you're welcome. You're welcome. So reincarnation is real. Your words are real. They have life. When you speak out those words, good rise, Sylvester, good rise. So when you speak out those words, it aligns with the universe. So if you're not careful, you're putting yourself into problem. Maybe you just use, maybe you're playing, you just say, I will marry you in this life and next. You've committed yourself into something that will end in the next life. I do karmic cleansing. I do it for people. But it's after divination. There will be a divination to go through it, to check the one you are paying before the cleansing. Please share. Is a is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave it on the comments section. If you have a dream, you can also leave that on the comment section. Please share. So in my tradition, it is called EU. Some people will take you to the river to go and pick something, but that is not the issue, because after picking those things, what the problem is still there happening. It doesn't end there. Why? Because this is a spoken word that needs to be broken. You are the one who said it in a past life. Just because you're not in the same body doesn't mean it is not you, because you are the everlasting. And so when they talk about life everlasting, they are talking about the eternal that exists within you, because you are your own life, not my own life. We have different agreements. Some people make these agreements, and when they're into this life, they don't even remember it. And while we are working this life, we are making other agreements. Some people have their enemies as brothers. Some people have their enemies as their mother. Some people have their enemies as their child. It's all karmic. It's all karmic. So when you and your child doesn't agree, go and check, know what this child is serving in your life. All these things were done in the old, and after all these invasions, 4 invasions, Africa, we have lost ourselves. We no longer know what to do. Everybody is praying. There are things you cannot cast and ban because it's you. You see, people, they touch a few millions. After some times, things becomes more difficult than before. It's karma. You pay in a debt. We only know how to cry when things are difficult and then celebrate when it's going better. It's karma, karmic. Your friends, some of your friends are your enemies in a past life. That is why they act the way they do. And even you, when you say I will cut them off, you find it difficult to cut them off because there is a soul tie. There is an agreement within the two souls. It's all started from a past before now. If you look at yourself like a person who is existing now, you lose the respect you have for yourself. You are an ancient. That is why you can never give your glory to something that doesn't even exist. You have the glory because you have experienced different lifetime, different hustle, different type of life situation, different weather, different things. That is why our ancestors left all those knowledge in a stone, because they know they come back. They know. So, mind what you speak. Don't make a promise if you're not going to fulfill it, because you don't know what is going to happen in the next second. A lot of people are tied into so many things and they don't even know it. That is why you cast, you ban it. What is happening is happening. It doesn't stop. You're tied to karma. You're tied to a debt. The debt is real. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question regarding African spirituality, please leave that on the comment section. If you have a dream, leave it on the comment section. Love, one lady saying, I think I am tired. Why are you tired? Why are you tired? Not tired. I don't understand. Okay, Desmond, what is your dream? Just explain. Tell me your dream. give you the meaning real quick. Please, if you have a dream, you can leave it on the comment section, because your dream is some of the messages from a past life. So most dreams we have is also an experience from a past life, but we are open to it sometimes. No, Chigoze, I think she's talking about life, something like that. It's something regarding life she's tired of. You know, there are some certain knowledge, if it hits you, you realize a lot of things. You know, a lot of our old-aged women in the village deserve an apology. Okay, I think I am bound. Yes. You bound to something. Yes, that is karmic. Most of the bond is from karmic. That is why when you try to leave it, you cannot. Why? Because there is a soul tie. There is iuwa existing in between you and that person. That is why some relationships are karmic. So even when you're bound to them, they will not value it. They will never value it. They will never see your bond. Why? Because there is a debt you're paying to them. Okay, Desmond is saying, I had a dream seeing coconut tree with fruit flying up in the clouds, I and the people around. Did you get any fruits from it, or was it just flying up in the air? Talk to me on WhatsApp, love lady. Hit me up on WhatsApp, we'll talk. Did you pick the coconut? Did you touch the coconut? That is the most important thing. If you see fruits in a dream and you are not able, okay, if you picked it, is a good thing. Is a good thing, because there is something that holds surprise. Something will surprise you. Something will take you by surprise. It can also be a news about business. But there is something that is about to take you by surprise. Probably you've been expecting something. It's going to surprise you in a way. Coconut is about surprises. Chigoze Zilo said they think they will use money to pay for their karma. No, money can never pay for karma. No matter how much money you drop, no matter how much prayer a pastor do for you, is there. If you don't use the traditional way to remove it, it will never leave you. Our ancestors left knowledge for all these things, but you people neglected it, embracing the Western religion, thinking it will save you. It will never save you. Rather, it's putting you into more darkness. Karma is real. Whatever you give out to the universe collects and gives back to you. That is why our people say, whatever you plant, you will harvest. And it's not in this life. They know it. They know it's not in this life. Most of our idiom in the traditional idiom is not meant for this life. They spoke it for wisdom. That is why they say, na rat where they inside, na tell the one where they bush say meat they for grill. You know. It is the rat inside that tells those outside that there is meat in the grill. Okay, no nofia gwanke no okay no gwanke no nofia na azu di na ngega. You know, it's just like that. I speak Bantu. What I'm speaking is also Bantu language. It's all 9 river civilization language. So that rat in the house is you. You are the rat. Whatever you allow will possess you. If you allow it, it will affect you. And it's because there is a law you have not kept. That is why all those things are happening to you. It's called karma, law of Mahat. There are 42 of them, but religion, they gave you only 10, but it's 42. I have it in my profile. If you want to go and check it, go to the video, law of Mahat. You will see them there. It's there. In tradition now, they remove some of the laws and give those of our elders few they can obey. That is why there is a lot of bad things happening in our community these days. Why people no longer swear to the 42 laws. They only swear to the religious own. They are now bringing the 10 commandments into religion, removing the 42 of them. Why? Because the 42 is difficult. When you disobey it, you die. That is nature. Ordinary. You don't fail any. When you fail one, you are going. Okay, this man is saying, what does it mean for someone to cut one's hair in the dream? They are telling you not to cut the hair again. When you see yourself cutting your hair, when you see your hair being cut in a dream, they are telling you to stop cutting the hair. It's affecting your consciousness. It's affecting your conscious elevation. So in your dream, they will show you you're cutting it. So sometimes when you pray, you must pay attention to the result of the prayer, because they might just tell you something you're doing to the body that is not good for your spiritual elevation. So your subconscious will use something relative to your consciousness to pass the allegory. There are 42 of them. Just scroll to my profile. You will see all of them aligned there. 42 laws of Mahat. Mahat in Igbo means Ofonogo. Equity, justice, and fairness. It's all laws. Must be kept. If you have failed anyone, like committing abortion is against the land, you must do equalo to clean it. Yes, that's how they do. They are always doing it whenever I'm on a video. If I drop the video now, they will go out and sleep. No, if I just carry phone for a video, they just gather me like that. That is how they do. Always. Please share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please, if you have a question, leave them on the comment section. If you also have a dream, leave it on the comment section. The universe is ruled by principle. That is why karma exists. Yes, of course. That is why karma exists. Because we are ruled by principle, and when that principle is not applied, you have chaos within you. Naturally, it's called natural law. So when the natural law is not existing within you, you feel imbalance naturally, because there is a law you are not applying. So it's just like that. So your chi is the everlasting being. So, that is why our Yoruba brothers are better when it comes to elevation of the chi, which is the Ori. The Ori is the indwelling, which is the Christ. That is the seat of your whole being. So instead of summoning it and maybe giving that worship outside, our Yoruba elders give it to self. So why give that expression of your Ori, which is your chi, to an external existence that is out of you? That is why you need to elevate it inwardly. And the process of that initiation is being mistaken now. People no longer do it the way it should be done. Why? Because this process of initiation should start on the day the sun rises within your moon sign till 21 days after full moon. So when you come out of initiation, you've become a natural shaman or a far consult. But today, people are doing what they like, man, because of probably materialism. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, please leave that on the comment section. I shall not take what belongs to my brother. I shall not kill. I shall not stop the existence of a child. I shall not take a wife that is not mine. I shall not steal. I shall not lie. I shall not support lie. I shall not lay evidence of false knowledge. I shall not betray my brothers. I shall not betray my land by selling it. Is among the laws. I shall not betray my land by selling it. So our ancestors know that the land is the imprint of the ancestral aura. That is why we go to the land to pour libation. Why? Because the aura, ebube, our ancestors exist on the land. So selling of land is a sin. I shall not sell the natural things, which is water. You sell water, you are in problem. You're selling the natural things. I shall not add the unnatural things into the natural things. It's all laws. I shall not lay promise that I will not fulfill. It's all in the 42 laws. Many of it. So if you look at it, many have failed so many things. But in the commandment, they just tell you, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill who? But a lot of people remove children, and you're stopping the existence of somebody. You failed a law, so you go and do Ikwalu, go and do karmic cleansing immediately. Share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. If you have a question, leave that on the comment section. Blackness saying, would have never guessed land was involved. Yes, it's the natural things. You can never sell the natural. That is why if you come to Afurukan tradition, they don't sell land. You just buy drink, tell your elders, maybe you drop like some kind of money to buy things for the community. That is all. They will give you land to build. Okay, I was talking about the inner dwelling, which is the chi. So a lot of people, like my Igbo brothers, we kind of do what is called the calling down of chi, the voking down of the chi. So I was making reference to our Yoruba brothers who actually elevate the ori. The ori is also the chi, as the Igbo people call it chi. So we call it, the Yoruba people call it the Ori, which is the indwelling of man, the higher consciousness, and is located where? On the head. That is why the head is important and called Ori. So instead of killing or giving the worship to external existence like the Igbo do, they give the worship to themselves. That is honoring the Ori. which is the indwelling, the God self, which is, embodying this body. Do you understand? Light on that. So a lot of people hate these laws because it was too difficult for them to keep. So they fought against it to remove it. They fought so hard to remove it. So light on that, I was just saying that why give worship to something that already exists within you instead of giving that worship to yourself? Yes, blackness, that is true. The land is the root cause of our disconnection from nature. Why? Because we have failed to understand that the energy of our ancestors still hovers over the land, because they used their bare feet, their bare hands to walk on this land. So this land carries their imprint, their DNA. What is the DNA of a person? The cells. Sometimes they spit on the ground when they pray. They spit on the ground. That is energy. So why are you selling your own ancestors? It's wrong. Whoever, if you sell land, you've committed sacrilege against the land. You either pay by your children being useless or whatever you're doing breaking down in the future. Share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. That is what I'm saying. To connect to Ori is a process of initiation, and this initiation is a process of connecting to the inner universe. So most of this initiation is done wrongly now. Like I said before, the initiation is supposed to start the day the sun rises within your moon sign until full moon. Okay, what did Igbo people call gen/DNA? We call it agboro. DNA is the agboro. Agboro mmadụ. Agboro Chikozie signify, if you get me. So in Igbo we call gen or DNA agboro. So a lot of people have committed sacrilege against the natural laws, and which is equity, fairness, and justice. Once you go against these natural laws, you will have chaos, and there is a debt to pay. There is always a debt to pay. That is why if you go to some lands, if you go to some villages who sold many of their land, you will see that the visitors will always get richer than them. It's a ritual. It's normally existing within the phase of the universe, but people are not seeing it. If you go to villages where maybe strangers are many and they are selling their lands to those strangers will always be richer and above the origins of the land. It's a natural thing. Why? Because they are committing sacrilege against the natural laws. So the strangers buying the land and developing it, their ancestors will appreciate those strangers more. It's a natural thing. You go against it, you pay. It's repercussion. That is why in Bialamba now, kazi ndị nwe ụlọ now enwe ego. Before, when a visitor comes to a land, they don't sell the land to that visitor, they give them land. But now our people are greedy, too greedy. They love money so much. Our ancestors never sold any land. They give. If you are a stranger and they like you very well, they will give you land to build on. But these days, people sell. It's against the natural law. If you have a question or a dream, leave it on the comment section. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. Okay, Light and Dark is saying, how do we connect to our Ori? Your Ori is yourself that have existed and experienced life immemorial. How about natural resources? That is it. That is the gift of the land. The gift of the land is supposed to enrich the land itself. So if the gift of the land is of benefit to a particular people, watch their generation, how their generation will be like. They will give birth to children who are useless. Their children will never be of benefit to the community. So the natural resources must be given to the people who owns it. So naturally, if you're taking it away from them, the spirit of the land will fight you, which is the ancestral existence within the land. Okay, my daughter dreamed one of my enemies was living out my bedroom window. What could this mean? This means it might not be your enemy, but what this means, sometimes it is not the person you see in a dream that is directly affecting you. Please, probably you guys might have been discussing about this person. It is possible to see such thing in a dream projected like that, but normally what the dream means is that as you are discussing somebody, that person is also discussing about you, probably in a negative way or in a good way, so there is a conversation going on with you regarding the person, and there is also a conversation that other person is also having with you, just like that. So it's projection. You guys are projecting. Them two are projecting. So it's better you stop projecting. Stop discussing anything about the person. When you fetch water in a dream, is money. Something huge is about to come your way. Money is coming. Big money. Money will get weight. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Is a collective enlightenment. So thank you so much. So when you want to connect your Ori, you must understand the purpose of sexual alchemy. So dancing is expression of self. So when you're dancing in front of people in a dream, is expression of skills. So whenever you're dancing, is more of the spirit than the physical body. So there is something you are not expressing, so which means you have a purpose, you are not yet working on your purpose. Don't fridge. Please, I'm sorry for that interruption. Please, I'm sorry. So when you dance, it's more about expression of the spirit. You get? So dancing is expression of self. So whenever you're dancing, there is something you're not expressing. You get? There is something you're not expressing. So you need to express your own purpose. You are not on your purpose, Bella. You're not on your purpose. So whatever career you're doing is not your purpose. So you need to start working your purpose? What of one that does not dream? If you don't dream, everybody should be dreaming. If you don't dream, there is something blocking you. There is something blocking you from dreaming if you don't dream. So get hibiscus, get 7 cowries, get white handkerchief, put the whole thing inside, tie it together, put under your pillow. Request a dream. You will dream. It will help ward off all those blockage. Probably some of those blockage is because of depression or the way your mind is, because whatever affects the mental health affects the physical body, and whatever affects the physical body can also affect the mental health. So your mental health can be in jeopardy because your physical health is going through a lot of stress, so it can block you also, depending on the energy. I also dream when someone give me money in a bag. I use the money build house under 2 months. House in a dream represent you. House in a dream represent you. So if they give you money to build a house in a dream, it means you should go out, get more experience in order to improve what you are doing in life. So you need more experience. You need more experience in whatever you're doing. You need collective experience. Add it more to your career. It will help boost what you're doing. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. Good day, Joven. You're welcome. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. If you have a dream, leave them also on the comment section. It's a collective enlightenment for us all. Please share. Christy, you came late. We're talking about the reincarnation today. You've been asking about it. So I decided to make it a topic, so we go around reincarnation. Mixing sand and salt in a dream, meaning, please. Joanne, please identify for me if you have some kind of love for cooking. Do you cook? Do you love to cook? Like all those nice, good rice, Christy. Do you love to cook food? Light and Day say, I had a dream I was giving money but gave it to someone else. It is not good. It is not a good dream. Yes, that is relative to your purpose because that gift was inherited. Does your mom like cooking? If it's related to sand, it means you inherited it from someone in the family who cooks very well in your family. Light and dark, that dream is not good. You are sharing your divine ideas with people and they are incorporating it into their own. So, Joven, go and cook. Cook, show the world how you cook. Go into your purpose. You will see a lot of difference. You start making more money. Cook, show the world, express yourself. Cooking is also a way of meditation. Cooking is a way of meditation. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Please, light and dark, stop sharing your ideas. People are incorporating your ideas. You're welcome, Aneng Engineering. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we're talking about reincarnation today, and we've touched promises, which is the EUWA, the lifetime oath that commits us into so many depths in a present life. Most of things happening around us in this life is as a result of the debt we committed ourselves into. That debt can just be a simple promise or a wish, and then you have eternal, like people who say, I will love you till eternal life. You have committed yourself to all your lifetime to this person. You've given your every being to this person. Please share. Jovwen, the one I told you, you haven't even liked me for telling you the first one. Please, let's also appreciate. When it comes free, let's appreciate. People pay for dream consultation. Your dream is even more important than the Afa. If you don't dream, you're in problem. Your dream is more important than the Afa you go for. All those consultations you go for, your dream is more important. So I should even charge you more. But we should appreciate it. We should be able to appreciate. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. Somi baby, you're welcome. When you're given a key opens doors. Key can be enlightenment, it can be knowledge, a new knowledge coming to you. So key is about experiencing something, walking into knowledge. It can be finding out a secret about something, about someone, something that is hidden. Mumbo, you're welcome. You're welcome, brother. Please share. It's a collective enlightenment for all African children. So I was saying, a lot of people who say, I love you till eternal life, I love you till my next life, you have just committed yourself into a lifetime oath. And the person you're saying, I will love you till eternal life, you don't know the kind of person there will be in a next life and next. So you say, I love you till eternal life. Eternal life, that means the whole of your lifetime, and next generations, you will love them. And you don't even know the person they are going to become. Just because they are so good to you in this life doesn't mean they will be so good to you in the next life. In the next life, they might be a different person entirely, who doesn't even remember who they are. And you are committing yourself into a oath like this. Some people are going through broken relationship, heartbreaks, because of just simple words they said in a past life. I will love you till my eternal life. I will love you till next life. And then you become a karmic soulmate to somebody. You pay debts. And when you're paying the debt, you say there's a witch in your village that is affecting you. What you call ancestral inheritance is actually the inherited karma you yourself inherited. We inherited it. Before you call your ancestors, you need to call yourself first, because you're the one who placed those karma for yourself. Even when your ancestors were telling you don't do this, is wrong, you still went ahead to do them. So why blame your ancestors and call it ancestral inheritance? You need to talk about your own inheritance first before you point hands to your ancestors. We inherited so many things ourselves. Whatever you give to the universe, you will receive. We have been told that whatever seed we plant, we will harvest. These are our ancestral adages that told us that what is not about now, is about life eternal. Because as we are living, we are planting seeds that we are going to harvest. We don't even know when, because it's seasonal. You might not be again in this life when your children will start reaping them. You know. And in the next life, when you come to reap from all those things, it becomes a problem. We start shouting, I'm suffering too much, I'm going through a lot. But you laid the foundation of what you're going through. Yes, it is very important, black root science. Very important. What you even think can even affect and vibrate is all frequency. The universe sometimes doesn't even need you to speak it out. Just vibrate it. That is why we chant, we hum. Now, nobody hum anymore. Please go ahead. 919. Something is about ending. Please, if you're in Nigeria, look at your phone. It's 919. There is an ending of something. Good rise, Wanyoma. You're welcome. Something is ending in the life of someone. 919 is 929. So if you can see 922, it means money. There is an ending that is about to bring new beginning. Please share is a collective. Please ask your question, Jove when. Go ahead. Share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question, leave it on the comment section. We are talking about reincarnation. Reincarnation. Some people are being disappointed in relationship because they also disappointed people. All the people you are disappointing playing games, when the game returns to you, you start crying. Why am I not getting married? But you did that same thing to people. Most things that come easily to you is because someone have paid the price for you to have it easy. And as you're having it easy, mind the kind of life you're living because you are accumulating your own. In the next life, there might not be anybody to pay off for you in the family. And then you have to be the one to pay it. That is where the battle begins. Okay, please, long ago, my brother's name was in a bottle in dream. Firstly, you must understand that the name given to a person does not affect their spiritual existence, which is the life eternal, because you've answered so many names. That is why if they want to harm you, they will go to the rising of the sun within your moon sign. Then they will go to your north node, that governs Saturn. That is how they harm people, which means they need something relative to you, not even your name. Your name is not mostly important because you've answered so many names in different lifetimes. So that name is just an expression of someone else to you. So you are more responsible for the name your inner self tells you to answer. That is what connects mostly to you. So if used, it can be used to harm you because it's an inner expression of self. Yes, go ahead, Wanyoma. So if your brother's name is in a bottle, it means that your brother lacks personal understanding of things. So people like that, their name in a bottle, they are limited to so many things. If you talk about the physical expression and the meaning of the dream, so your brother is limited to something. Probably there is something your brother committed in a past life, and in this life they are limited to some things because of repercussion. So it's just still karmic. Go ahead, Wanyoma. You're welcome.
Okay, good rise. Please, I don't
Good
know
rise.
my person like. Can I invite you to? Okay, can I invite you to a live reading, please? program. If you can educate our people there, please. I don't know if it's possible.
Yes, it's possible. When?
Okay. If I get the time, then I will inbox you. It's better I inbox you.
Sure, just let me know because if it, once it's not Wednesday, I have interview on
Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm free this evening and tomorrow. So Wednesday, no.
Okay, no.
I have interview.
Okay, no problem. I will inbox you. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. You're welcome, Tish Jacob, Grand Rising, God and Goddess. Everyone is a God and Goddess in one. So we are in trouble. Mind the promises you make is very, very important because the promises you make is a lifetime oath. EU. When you suffer too much, mind what you speak. That is why they say do not make promise in any situation. If you're too happy, don't say anything. When you're too happy, use it to make positive affirmations for yourself because your consciousness is in a state that is vibrating higher. When you are in pain, your consciousness is also in a state that is vibrating higher. So use those time to make positive affirmations for yourself instead of cursing. Some people are suffering because in a past life they said this life will be like this, but you've forgotten. Life is like a VR game, but the difference is you don't remember you're playing the game. So when you're disappointed in some certain part or area of life, mind you, you have also given people that kind of situation. Please share. If you have a question regarding African spirituality, please, you can leave that on the comment section. If you also have a dream, leave it on the comment section. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Is a collective enlightenment for all African children. A lot of things is being changed. So many things is changed now. If you have a question, leave that on the comment section. We are talking about reincarnation. Sir Chigozie, do you have anything you would like to say about it? I hope everyone understand. Do we understand the purpose of reincarnation now and how it affects our life? If anyone doesn't get it, please just leave that on the comment section so I can touch it. I came so early because I wouldn't stay too long. I'll not be staying long. Please share. Is a collective enlightenment for us all. Reincarnation. Who reincarnates? The eternal being. The Chi. The higher self is what reincarnates. The higher self experiences life eternal. That is the immortal. So in order to express the immortal being to affect the mortal being, you must raise the Chi. So when you rise the Chi, you become an immortal being. You become limitless. You are no longer limited by the experience of the physical body. Okay, Forward Ever is saying, I dreamt of someone forcefully opened the toilet door I was using, even after I told that you're not true. Did you use your eyes to see your the sheet? Did you see anything like that, or perceive the smell from your secretion? Okay, so you should be very, very careful of people meddling into your business. No, people trying to enforce their ideas into you. So when you hear something, make sure you have a clearer understanding of that before you speak. Go deep. Make sure you understand what is being said. You know, some people are infusing their ideas into you. So make sure you're not taking that energy. Like when somebody tell you about somebody, get a clearer information about that before you speak. Please share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. If you have a question regarding African spirituality or a dream, leave it on the comment section. If you also have a way to support this program, you can also do that whichever way you see fit. Thank you very much. Thank you for whatever. Please mind that people most of the time 70% of people want to infuse their ideas into people, so you should be mindful of that. It can be our friends, somebody we are in relationship with, it can be a co-worker, it can be even our spouse. Make sure you are not embracing someone else's mental health issues. Please share. If you have a question, leave that on the comment section. If you also have a dream, leave it on the comment section. If you reincarnate into a family and probably they are telling you your grandmother is like you, you just behave like your grandmother, or you behave like your grandfather, that doesn't mean the person is your reincarnation. It just means that person is your incarnate, and the person, you took their characteristics, their character and their behavior. That is because there is a DNA that connects you and that person. So this literally means that the person's DNA also exists within you, and millions of other ancestors who you didn't meet. So all of their DNAs are all within you. So before you existed, somebody opened the door for you to be existing in this particular time, because there is a combination of two different DNAs. So the DNA of your mom, the DNA of your father, all of them coming together to create this civilization, which is the balance, yourself, the child. That is the same way we create this child as a wise craft. The bet of balance within creates wise craft. Please share is a collective enlightenment for all African children. Please share. I will be leaving soon. I don't have any intentions to stay long. That is why I came early. If you have any question, please just drop it on the comment section real quick. Let me touch it before I leave. Just a question. Please, anyone have a question, drop it before I leave. If you have a question, drop it real quick. Anyone have a question? Okay, there is no question. Black Root Science, thank you so much for being here. Bad Boy Rapsy, thank you. God, Your Highness, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Divine Femina, thank you. Mantata, thank you. Tisipsi, thank you. Juve1, thank you. Bella Ballista, I didn't know you were here. Thank you so much for being here. Bendo Root Boy, thank you. Light and Dark, thank you. Forever, Forward Ever, thank you. Onome, thanks for being here. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all for being here.